When it comes to Vanguard Zombies, the community wants a lot of things. They want a Pack-a-Punch camo, a pause function, a wonder weapon, a main quest, but mostly the Zombies community wants a round-based map. Pause. Just so you beautiful people know, this video was recorded before the big 1.15 update that Treyarch released for Vanguard Zombies, which means that some of the offhand comments I make about the Pack-a-Punch camo and kill streaks aren't valid anymore. And yes, the Void objective is like a round-based experience, but it is far from a round-based map. So 98% of this video is still valid. So let's get back to it. And as far as Vanguard Zombies is concerned, I don't want a round-based map. I do not believe a round-based map like even Sheena Numa. It's already in the game. A lot of people said that. I've said that. Just make it a round-based experience. I do not believe that is going to save Vanguard Zombies. In fact, I don't think it would add that much positivity to the Zombies community at this point either. On one hand, the mechanics of Vanguard Zombies are pretty basic. Perks and field upgrades are very dull and boring, and with the removal of stuff like ammo mods and kill streaks and weapon rarities, the sense of progression is nowhere near the level it was back in Cold War Zombies. Having all of these mechanics would culminate in gameplay that is boring and repetitive, and the community probably wouldn't play any more than they already do play Vanguard Zombies. It would be a waste of development time. Speaking of development time, I don't think the community truly realizes what goes into a simple round-based map. I have a list of things that would need to go into a round-based map for the community to be satisfied with it. First and foremost, there would need to be a story behind the round-based map. Why are we here? There would need to be a plot behind why we are in the location we are, which would require writers, plot structure, characters, character motivation, character progression, and an end result of us being in that location. Not to mention, we would need a location, and it couldn't just be a multiplayer map. It needs to have its own lore. We need to have a reason for being there. And as we've seen with Cold War Zombies, sometimes that's not even enough, because if they reuse campaign assets or multiplayer assets, the community is not satisfied. And then it's gotta have character quotes, which mind you, even Cold War had. It's just that the characters radioed in off screen as opposed to being your actual character. So no matter what, there needs to be character quotes. Quotes for progressing through specific areas, hinting on how to turn on the power as well as how to turn on the Pack-a-Punch. Successfully turning on power and Pack-a-Punch needs to have their own unique quotes and reactions from the characters. There needs to be hinting to the main quest. There needs to be reacting to the environment. There needs to be reacting to the boss zombies and the zombies in general, and drinking all the perks and activating the field upgrades and all of these little things. Now, so far, a lot of these things are within Vanguard Zombies, so we're off to a good start. And then it needs a Pack-a-Punch camo. But that Pack-a-Punch camo, what does it look like on every single gun? What about all of the different attachments that we have here in the Vanguard Zombies gunsmith? What about the lighting? What theme does it have? What story purpose does it have? These are things that need to be accomplished with more than just 5 minutes worth of work in Photoshop. And then music. Beautiful people, I don't think you understand music. You have the obvious stuff, the round change music, the musical Easter eggs, but then you have to get into location-specific music and ambient music. But not only music, ambient sound, interactive sounds, and boss zombie sounds, and how your weapons sound in the environment, and how if there's anything interactive in the environment, that needs to have a sound. Boss zombies, you have to figure out when they spawn, how strong are they, do they have a specific weakness, are they weak to a specific thing, how do they interact with the world, what story do they tell? You can't just throw in a boss zombie in there. You need to have a purpose behind it, which includes all of the artists, it includes the writers, the storytellers, and the people coding everything. And all of that can be said about the Wonder Weapon too. How strong is the Wonder Weapon? How much ammo does it have? How does it kill zombies? Does it kill zombies? How does it interact with the environment? Can you upgrade it? Does it have different effects? How do you get those different effects? What kind of quest do you have to go on to get it? And why is it even in the map in the first place? Like, what sort of story and lore behind that Wonder Weapon makes it so that it has to be in that map? You can't just throw in the Thunder Gun and call it good. And of course, we have the main quest, right? The main quest, I mean, that needs to have individual steps that have their own hint and character quotes and coding and all of these different things that's just unique for that one specific situation and not for the entire gameplay, just for that one situation. They need to be challenging to find but easy to replicate. They gotta be fun, they gotta be satisfying, and they gotta be replayable. And all of those things go through testing, and the larger team that you do it, like Treyarch has, everyone needs to kind of be cohesive and flexible and understand what each other's vision is for the mode and for the main quest. And then you have the main cutscene, either intro or outro cutscene, explaining everything, explaining the plot, explaining the story. Maybe there's a boss fight, you have to have character quotes for the boss fight. Even like in D Machine, there was no boss fight. You still had unique quotes and unique gameplay mechanics and unique scripting and coding and hints and all of these different quotes. It's a lot. And that's just the main quest. Now we get into side quests. How many side quests? What do they do? What sort of story purpose do they add? What lore do they add? What upgrades do you have for these side quests? What about all of the coding and engineering? And like I said, the art style needs to meet and be cohesive with the world that you created from before. That's not even including the power quest or the wonder weapon quest or the pack-a-punch quest or the upgrading pack-a-punch quest. There is so much work that goes into a solid round-based map. Yes, they have Shin and Numa, but they can't just throw together some rounds and here you go. If they did that, if we just got, if we got a Town 2.0, fine. Maybe people might play. I didn't even talk about doors. You need to add in doors and scripting. Yes, maybe some people will find that boring, basic Shin and Numa round-based mode more entertaining than Vanguard Zombies as a whole. But at that point, if that's true, if that is you, and you're sitting there like, I would prefer a basic round-based mode as opposed to whatever we got in Vanguard Zombies, at that point, it is no longer worth putting in any effort into Vanguard Zombies, and Treyarch should ultimately just cut their losses. Because here's the deal, beautiful people. We know basically for a fact, we can strongly infer that they are going to make a round-based mode in their next game. A lead game designer, Kevin Drew, who works with Treyarch and Zombies, has said that he basically wants to have another round-based experience. He's on Twitter. Go to his Twitter and you'll see that he's actually polled his Twitter audience about their favorite and least favorite field upgrades and ammo mods, and he's probably using that for feedback for their next game. All they have to do is support Vanguard Zombies to the bare minimum so that they can get through that and save all of their development time and save all of this time to put towards their next big title. And if they really went all out and they did all of this stuff with the main quests, the side quests, the wonder weapons, the characters, the boss zombies, all of this stuff for a round-based map in Vanguard Zombies, I would be disappointed. Because I know all of the energy and effort that they put into whatever this round base would be in Vanguard, they could have spent it on their next project, which could have been even better. And before you write down in the comment section, I know this is not at all a healthy relationship between the consumer and the developer. As I've said multiple times on this channel, Vanguard Zombies should never have been released. There was no development time, they were clearly not ready, there's clearly not enough content to hold the community over, and no amount of PR, no amount of public speak will ever cover up that fact. They were not ready to release this mode. It seems like everyone's saying that Call of Duty shouldn't release yearly, and they should allow their developers to have time to develop their game until it's ready. I believe that. But at the same time, we cannot sit there and say that Call of Duty shouldn't release yearly and then complain about Vanguard Zombies not having that much content. That's not fair to the developers. That doesn't make any sense. If you truly believe that good content takes time, if you truly believe that Treyarch is capable of making good content and their next game is going to be great with big round-based stuff and all of that stuff that we love from Zombies, allow them the time to develop it. I know Vanguard shouldn't be in this state, but we're well past that now. Things have happened, it's the way they are. Speak with your wallet, don't buy Vanguard for the Zombies mode, and if Treyarch's next title has round-based zombie maps and zombies that you think you're gonna like, buy that game. Show Activision with your wallet what content you're willing to spend your money on. But if you're looking for free content that's very entertaining that you don't have to spend any money on, check out that video, and as always, stay beautiful.